Are you thinking of... No. No. I'm not going to do that. Ever. I'm never going to come at you with that amount of energy. It's just not me. So, let's talk about wokeness and the threats that the woke culture is cultivating against our cinema. And by our cinema, I mean Hollywood, but it's your cinema, I know. I'm sorry. I'm such a wannabe. I always wanted to be in Hollywood, but that's not gonna happen because apparently there are certain casting choices that whenever someone makes causes a little bit of a distress in a certain group of people. Today I saw this skit, which, mind you, trigger warning, I found it funny, but let's see it.
Who is this?
I'm Bond. James Bond.
Seriously though, where is Mr. Bond?
Are you insinuating that a half-black, half-Mexican, transgender, homosexual, disabled dwarf who identifies as they/them can't be a James Bond?
No, I just thought that you would be...
A straight white male? It's 2022, sweetheart. Get over yourself.
Very well.
Then I should inform you that we have your girlfriend hanging over a vat of lava, so give me the nuclear launch codes.
She is not my girlfriend. She is an independent, platonic woman, and she most certainly does not need a man to rescue her. You Russian bitch.
Lower her into the lava.
Do it.
She's killing everyone!
Told you, bitch. She's gonna be the one saving me.
Kill them!
Bring it, Zaddy.
She's too powerful!
It's they/them, bitch.
How is that physically possible?
Oh, okay. You think it's physically impossible for a woman to do what a man could do in an action film?
Yes.
Sweetheart, I've been recording this whole conversation on a secret mic, which means you're now canceled. Bye, bitch.
I regret even laughing. This was not funny. Very inappropriate. Very bad. By the way, I'm going to take off my glasses because I think it might actually catch some reflections of the light. And I don't know. And by the way, now you can see my entire face. And you can bask in my face, you know. Bask in my Middle Eastern beauty. Bask in it, bitch. Did you bask? Good. So, I mean... it is fucking funny because it's a very odd position to see James Bond in. But is that what's happening in our world, in our cinema? I would really want to call it the big L. I don't know. By the way, I realized that I have a little bit of a camera shyness going on in me, so I'm self-medicating with this brand new home remedy that I found. And who knows, if it works, I might end up being the next Liver King for a whole other reason. Cough syrup. Very halal cough syrup. Actually, let me just hit this one. So is this a real threat that we are facing? That the woke are trying to cancel everything? Cancel logic? Don't be unrealistic. Please be realistic. Are we being unrealistic? What probably triggered this whole mess of crap coming up again? It's just casting decisions. And what casting decision, you might ask? One black elf in the new Lord of the Rings series. Just one singular black elf caused this whole menace. And now we get to see the activists try to prove that casting a black elf is still within the bounds of the canon of the Lord of the Rings lore. I think I can smell something. It smells a little bit like racism with hints of white supremacy. You know, because the elves are the higher beings and they're obviously fair. And yeah, I think that's all that there is to it. But racial shit is not the only frontier that you can see this bullshit. The other one is obviously the gender. Ill-advised decision that Pixar made when it was like they included two old MILFs kissing after not seeing each other for a long time, apparently. I haven't watched the series yet. That triggered a bunch of people. And the movie got banned in the United Arab... How do you say that? Like UAE. And the other woke moment of the cinema was with the new Doctor Strange movie was just one lesbian couple in an alternate universe who, mind you, that they got sucked into a vortex, into oblivion, by the way. And the rest of the movie was still about a heterosexual love interest between a man, a white man, and what's her face, also a white woman. And suddenly these two lesbians kind of ruined the whole gimmick for everyone just because the girl was able to open portal to other universes in a world that everyone kind of can do some shit at this point, and everyone is just a superhero that we haven't met yet. Is there really a dude shortage in Marvel Cinematic Universe that you're concerned about, that wokes are trying to destroy everything about the Hollywood and the cinema, and everything is becoming so feminine? This She-Hulk is a threat. She's just a green woman. We already have seen green women in Marvel movies. I mean, Gamora, hello? And some people are still trying to pass this narrative that somehow Hollywood is becoming too woke for its own good. And we are facing these dangers and threats. Everything is meaningless at this point. We have black elves. We have Middle Easterns as an actress. So this is a Persian moment for me. I actually am very happy to see Nazanin Bonyadi as a pilgrim with rags as clothes. You know, it's very empowering to see that Persians are getting to places, especially after seeing Goldshifter playing the role of bald, ugly bitch in the movie Pirates of Caribbean. That's the entire thing that is happening in Hollywood. No one is taking anyone's place. Like, white people are still the prominent figures, and it's not going anywhere because obviously they're in demand. And one single black elf is not going to take away the heritage of years and years of whiteness being practiced in the cinema. I would say that's good enough to rest that case, but let's go back to the video. So, riddle me this. What is it in that video that makes it so funny? Except the fact that it is a little bit odd, which is whose fault, by the way? Well, let's go through all of those things. First of all, women can't be superheroes. Excuse me? Bruh. It's not that odd to have women as superheroes. And mind you, that James Bond is actually a person of gadget. All of those pasty little boys would have gotten their ass kicked if it wasn't for the gadgets that they were using and the director being on their side. And the transgender people, you can look at it both ways, and in both ways it will still make sense to have a transgender James Bond. Let's not gloss over the fact that having a disability is not necessarily being a dwarf on a wheelchair. And we had a disabled superhero portrayal before, and no one took really any offense in that, and it was RoboCop. Another one, Inspector Gadget. You just never looked at it that way, have you? So maybe next time that you thought that, okay, the wokeness is taking over the world, just wash your eyes a little bit, as we say in Persian. You should wash your eyes and see it in another light. And then everything will make sense. Cheers. Sorry, it's a cough syrup. Bye.